Good evening, sports fans. Crowbat for the win of the Token Minorities here today with week 1 of the NPL. Now, this is for season 8. I think we've been through about 78 seasons of the NPL so far, so that's really important to mention as well. We've got our game this week against Rob Jr., PokeTCG Gamer. Now, just as a note, I did make one small change since the team builder. I realized I think I forgot to update the team. That's why I was shocked. I thought I changed Ironhead and Ice Fang. I put Crunch instead of Ice Fang on there because it fit better, getting extra stab. I really didn't need the Ice Fang as much. If I was going to set up Dragon Dances, you know, Ice Fang wasn't going to do much to Tangrowth anyways. I was better off getting a stab Crunch. So, just wanted to note that. Everything else stayed the same. I did not put Defog on the Tornadus. We'll see how that plays out for me. So I've got my team of Jamokes here, as you know them already. My opponent did bring Lycanroc Dusk Form, Tangrowth, Excadrill, Mega Altaria, Weavile, and Slowbro, which is right around what I expected. I thought maybe we'd see the Hippo just to speed up the Excadrill, but he did not seem to go that route this week, which most likely means he's a Mold Breaker Excadrill. We'll see how my team of Jamokes can do. I mean, the only thing I feel like I need to keep Rocks off the field. That has to be my goal. His only Rock setter, well, I think he can do it with Lycanroc, but I don't know why Lycanroc would set up Rocks. His only reasonable Rock setter is the Excadrill, so I gotta keep that thing in check, and if I can do that, this game might definitely be winnable for me. I'm excited. Let's jump into this game right now. He's going to lead off with that Weavile as I lead off with Gyarados. It's actually a Mega Gyarados, but the Intimidate's really important, so I want to keep it as unmega'd for as long as possible. He switches to Tangrowth as I double to Sylveon, and then go out into Victini immediately after, as he goes into Excadrill. So he then switches out the Excadrill, goes into Mega Altaria as I go to the Sylveon to take an attack from that. It's a really interesting turn of just switches and switches and switches. You'd have thought I was carrying the Nintendo Switch in my hand right now. Unfortunately, I don't own one. I go for the Toxic as he switches in the Excadrill, and there was the scenario that ruins my entire life. He sets up the Stealth Rocks, and I have no way to get rid of them. Right now, I am kicking myself for not putting the Defog on my Tornadus. I feel like this is going to be what tears me down this game. I have a chance. Like, I'm actually making some really good predictions. Some of my switches are great. I'm loving how I'm handling some of this. I mean, that was a really nice prediction right there. I mean, everything I have is still at high health. The only thing that, you know what, I should have stubbled out Sylveon there. I'm now wishing upon a star, and I got a switch, I think. As he switches into Altaria, which is okay. It's not Dark-type Gyarados yet. I can get all my health back. If I keep Sylveon at reasonable health and can Wish Pass a little bit, I have a chance here. He goes for the return with the Mega Altaria. Cobalion takes that really, really well. I just go for the Iron Head. There's no reason to overpredict. I want nothing, no crazy business. I don't want him to set up. That would just be even worse, probably. I Volt Switch out into Tornadus, really wishing, although he misses Sleep Powder, this is nice. That was nice. Really wishing I had a Defog. I would have used it right there. I managed to knock off the Slowbro, though, which I guess is not a bad thing. I still would rather have those rocks away. He now, I now know it's not physically bulky, and now he is, what? We've got Thunder Wave Assault Vest Slowbro. That is probably the goatest play I've ever seen. The greatest of all time. I have no words. How do you do that? How do you predict that? But I digress. He just makes some more switches, and I'm going into Gyarados because it gets the Intimidate off once again, and I know Excadrill really can't do much to Gyarados all in all. I now have to make another double because I want to preserve Intimidate, go to my Tornadus. I did predict the Tangrowth, and that was why. Of course I miss an Air Slash, which actually kind of matters because you know I would definitely have KO'd that Slowbro, or if I didn't, my next attack would have. It would have been maybe a slightly different ball game at that point, but it is what it is. I go into Sylveon, and I gotta get a Mush off. Gotta get it off right here. And of course, Parahacks. 25%, or like 99%. Why do I even bother sometimes? Would have been really nice to just get into Victini here with a Wish. Keep its health as high as possible. I go for the V-Create, and it does 57%. That's crazy. This can't be a bulky Mega Altaria. If it was bulky or had max HP, that's when it does that much damage. But I go into Gyarados just to get the Intimidate off, and now I have to go into Sylveon and hope I can take 2 hits. With the Intimidate, I should be able to, and now hopefully I can get a Wish off this time. Hopefully I can do something right. I do get a Wish, thankfully, so I've got that going for me. But I can't go into Victini this time because I'm at too low health. And of course, he predicts my Gyarados coming in, does not go for the Earthquake, just goes for Iron Head, which I don't know how he predicted that, but good on him. I go for the Volt Switch here, just to maintain the momentum that I had originally. Go into Tornadus Therian. Probably should U-turn out or something, or Air Slash. I mean, I gotta do something here. Actually, I gotta be careful with how much I U-turn, because that's Life Orb damage. He now goes into Slowbro, which, as I go for the Heat Wave, it's not a very good play. I think it's especially bulky Slowbro. That did absolutely nothing. Now here is the Lycanroc for the first time. My Tornadus is weak enough that Accelerock probably will take it down. And it's really probably weak enough for the rest of my team as a whole. He goes for the Z move, Splintered Storm Shards. I have never seen that move before in my life. But now I know what it is, sort of. I go into Cobalion hoping the Accelerock doesn't KO, or hoping for some reason he doesn't have Drill Run, but basically this game is over. Unfortunately the rocks did me in. That was my mistake. Learn from my mistake. Don't be me, guys. Always prepare for Stealth Rocks. I really thought going into this game that I would be able to handle offensively not having Defog, because I thought Knockoff would be more beneficial. I don't think it was the right call in hindsight. Unfortunate, but nothing I can do. I'm just basically going to be beat by this Weavile. And I managed to get 1 KO, so that's nice. I managed to get 1 KO to salvage this game just a little bit. So it wasn't a complete disaster for me. But yeah, that is unfortunately the game. Good game, PokeTCG Gamer is what it is. You know, I haven't really done formal league play in a while where you know, go through the whole step of making my teams have a front office. Like, this was all front office approved. I worked with people on this team. I mean, I started it myself, but we went through some stages. Really disappointing, but is what it is. Let me tell you something you all already know. The Pokemon world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place. I don't care how tough you are. It will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. And that's what we're gonna do next week when we play week 2. We'll see you then.